Hello, Lori here from the Bee's Knees, and this is our next installment for Wizards, Dragons, and Castles Summer Camp. We're doing this beautiful, I love this one. It's castle with the light shining up into the sky. And it's very easy and fun to do. Everything that you need is in your kit right here. So we even have little stickers that you're going to use, your paints, and even a finger dauber for your dots. So let's get started. First thing, we're just going to paint black all over the background. So we have some black paint. These are acrylic paints. You have a nice big brush to work with. And we're just painting this all over the background. How easy can you get? We do have an apron in your kit. It's wise to put that on. I wouldn't recommend doing this without an apron because acrylics do stain. Make sure you put that on. We also have an art journal in your kit. I have one right here. Art journal is just a small little book. We have pencils and markers. You can put your ideas down in that. I think it's important for all artists to have their journals. We always have ideas going around in our heads. It's important to put them down. Now you can see brush strokes. That's okay. It brings texture. That's the type of brush we're using. It's a very stiff brush and it puts texture into your painting. So what I'm doing now is going through and just putting the texture the way I want it. Just putting some interest in the texture. You also want to go around and do the edges. It's important for this painting because it's so dark. You don't want that white edge showing. So I'm going to paint all the edges. Just lift it up and paint it. In your kit, you also have a workspace. You can't see it on my table right now. It's the same color as the paper, but you will receive a workspace. Put that down. You'll thank me later because you won't get any paint on any of your items at home. So we're going all the way around. Gets a little tricky for me because I'm trying to do it without seeing. So let me know if I didn't get any of those spots there. Okay, now it's pretty wet. I'm going to take my brush and clean it to get it out of my way. Black paint will get everywhere. And I'm going to take a hair dryer. If you have a hair dryer, I recommend that you get it because we want this to be nice and dry. You can leave it set for a half hour to an hour, and it'll be nice and dry for you. If you can't wait, go grab that hair dryer. Okay, so if I were with you right now, you were in the bee's knees, I would tell you pull your sleeves up. Because I don't know about you, but I get paint everywhere on me when I'm painting. So that's important. Apron, pull your sleeves up. All right, the next thing we're going to do is take out this pattern. In your canvas, you can see I have a couple spots that are a little shiny that you might be able to see, but the area where I'm going to be putting my castle is nice and dry. I can touch it, pick it up, and nothing comes off my hands. We have 2 stickers, really big stickers, and we are going to place them on the canvas. So I want to decide how high up I'm going to put them, and this one I'm going to cut to put a little bit on each side of the larger castle. So I have the larger castle in the middle, and then I'm cutting the smaller one and putting it on either side. I also have to decide how high up I want my castle to go. Do I want it to be most of the way up on my canvas? Do I want it to be really low? Do I want mostly lights? So think it through a little bit. If you want to draw something out in your journal, you do have scissors in your kit. So this one we cut right after this castle on the left, the tower on the left. So I'm going to cut it right there. Cut it down there, and then I have 2 pieces that are going to go on either side. So the first thing I'm going to do is take off the large picture, the large stamp. Now we're going to use a special device. It's like a sticker itself. It's called the carrier, and we peel this off. Like that, and we're going to place it right over your sticker. And when we do that, you have a stick in your kit. We're going to just rub it back and forth. Just make sure the sticker is stuck to the carrier. And then we're going to start at the corner and make sure the sticker, see how the sticker is coming off? And now it's on my carrier. And that means I can carry it wherever I want and place it where I'd like to see it. I think I'm going to put mine right about here. I'm just eyeballing it. And I'm going to take my fingers and rub it on. I'm also going to take my stick and rub gently. I don't want to stretch my canvas too much. Just going to rub it so that it's now sticking to my canvas. You want it to be nice and tight on that canvas. Now I'm going to take my carrier off. And when I do that, I'm going to make sure it's stuck to my canvas. So I'm using the stick to make sure it's stuck. If it's not, I'm going to go back. Mine isn't. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to rub it even harder just to make sure it's on the canvas. It's got to stick to the canvas for this to work. Now to make sure this is nice and stuck to the canvas, I'm going to take my hairdryer again. And the hairdryer is going to heat up the sticker and make it stick better to my canvas. Now your sticker might be a different color. So whatever color paper we have in the studio, sticky paper we have in the studio to use, we'll use that. So don't be surprised if your sticker is a different color. It happens. It's okay. Doesn't change how your product, your picture will look, your canvas will look. Taking the second one off the same way. I'm going to determine how I want this on here. Okay, put this. You can use this over. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to heat it up again. I want these to look a little shorter than the rest, so I'm bringing it down a little bit. Okay, see how I kept the hairdryer moving around? You don't want it to get too hot in any one spot. You just want to keep it moving around and making sure it's heating it up and shrinking it right to your canvas. You're going to use my stick and just smooth it out a little bit. It doesn't have to be perfect for this, but you do want it stuck as well as you can. Okay, so our black paint is done. Let's get rid of that because black paint gets in the way quickly. When you're getting rid of your paint, just put the lid back on and you can throw it away. It will dry up after a while, so just put the lid on, throw it away, you're done. You might want to check and make sure you don't need a touch-up somewhere before you toss it, but you can just throw it right in the trash. It is non-toxic and it's not bad for the environment. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is take this handy dandy finger dauber. It's a dauber or dotter, and we are going to use this to make dots all over. So first thing, we're going to take our brush and mix some paint. We're going to take the bright neon yellow. Put that on your canvas. No, don't put it on your canvas like me. Put it on your plate. And then take some gold. We have some gold paint as well. Take some of that. You want mostly gold, okay? So what I'm going to do is put the gold. See how I'm using that like a scoop? You have gold paint and you have your neon. And I'm just going to start with the gold and mix a little bit of that neon in. Just keep mixing it. It doesn't have to be perfect when you're mixing it, okay? It can have different colors swirling through it. That's okay. That makes it even more interesting. I'm going to clean my brush off and take my dauber. I'm going to put some paint on my dauber and I'm just going to test it. See how hard I have to push to make a dot. Okay. Now I really like that neon. So I'm going to try to get an area where there's a lot of neon. You decide what you like. Now, this is the fun part. You're just going to come on straight down and just make dots all over your canvas. I'm going right over all the spires on the turrets. And I'm just making dots. Can you see the dots? Making dots all over. We are lighting up that sky. So I'm going to fill this in, but I don't want to be too cluttered. I want to be able to still see that they're dots. So it looks like I'm taking my wand and shooting it up into the sky. We are painting right over that sticker that we put on. Just have fun. Notice I'm doing it straight up and down though. Okay? I don't want to rub it, move it, just straight up and down. Coming right over the side. I can even go over the side of my canvas because then when I put it on my wall, it looks like it's all one continuous picture. You don't need a frame then. I'm going right down onto my sticker. There are some little crevices down in here. You want to make sure you cover those up. When we pull off the vinyl, we want to see that whole shape. And when I get up here, I'm going to space them out a little bit more. So I'm working around the stencil, the sticker right now. And you can see, covering it up pretty good. It's getting to the point where you can't necessarily see some of my sticker, and that's okay. So we're going to work some magic later with that. The good thing about acrylic canvas painting is if you don't like an area, you can just let it dry and go right back over it. Change it to the way you want it. Okay, I think most of my castle area is covered. Down in there, make sure. How about this side over here a little bit? You probably see some areas I've missed. Okay, now that I have most of that covered, I'm just going to start coming up and do it a little more loosely. Like summer coming up higher. Don't forget the sides. Okay, you can stand back and take a look, see if you want to add anywhere. Take your daughter and you can put it in the water and clean it off a little bit. And if you like, some people like to put just smaller dots, so you can take the back of your brush and kind of come in and put a small dot here or there. So it's up to you. Just a few here and there, real small dots. Just enjoy yourself. See where it takes you. The next thing we're going to do is you can let it dry a little bit if you want. You can use a hairdryer again and then go back and look and see if you need any dots around the sides, or maybe you didn't fill in some areas. Check that out before you do this next step. Okay. The next step is to take a toothpick and slip it underneath your sticker, and then just pull that sticker up and it will reveal the silhouette of your castle. Just as easy as that. And you're going to take your sticker. It's full of paint, remember, so be very careful and just toss that. Just get that out of the way because it does have acrylic paint on it and acrylic paint stains, remember. Okay, there you go. And take some of the gold or some of the neon yellow and put your autograph on there. Put your signature on there. It's yours. Own it. Okay. I'm going to take mine off the paper and take a look. What do you think? There's my castle. You can get your kit at thebeeskneespottery.com under to-go kits. Hope to see you soon.